Hello everyone! Welcome to the next episodes of this highly anticipated series. If you enjoy it, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel. Wishing everyone a great time watching the video. Taehyung felt as if she was frozen in a dream, now shattering bit by bit. She was immersed in the delicious flavors of the cold smoke ice cream wafting up. How did this happen? She thought to herself, I thought the shell would be hard and stiff from the cold, but it turns out to be fragile and crunchy. The rich flavor of the ice cream melted in her mouth. The strawberries, which were supposed to be very sour, had absorbed the high pressure of CO2, creating a perfect transition between sour and sweet. It was both gentle and delicate, melting away the moment it touched her tongue. It's clearly strawberries I'm eating, but at the same time, it feels like I'm enjoying cold ice cream. How magical. Yanwoo reminded her, miss your nose. Xianying then realized how much she had lost her composure. Oh no, it's so delicious I forgot. This type of ice cream was so cold that white smoke was spilling out from her nose. She thought to herself, this is so embarrassing. He's definitely trying to make me look foolish. Kim Taehyung is wicked. Despite that, the coldness made it impossible for Xianying to hold back. She shivered, breathing heavily because she couldn't take it anymore. Her tongue felt so numb from the cold, yet the taste of the ice cream was strangely delightful, making her feel as if she were lost in a sweet dream. So delicious, she thought, a sensation spreading from the tip of her tongue to her brain. Truly an amazing experience. Favorite level increased by 10%. At this moment, Xiao Xianying's favorite level for Kim Taehyung had reached 45%. After witnessing the beauty of the ice cream and her reaction, everyone around them was in a frenzy wanting to order ice cream. Whoa, I can't hold back anymore. I want to eat. Please make me one. The shop owner next door eagerly asked him, Kim, how did you do that? Can you teach me? Kim Taehyung calmly replied, no problem. The shop will definitely have more customers from now on. The shop owner was delighted. Thank you so much. She approached him and unexpectedly gave him a kiss on the cheek. You truly are my benefactor. This intimacy made Xiao Xianying visibly uncomfortable. A technique for making such delicious ice cream. How could it be easily taught to a street vendor? Clearly, just registering a patent could earn millions of dollars. She silently envied, thinking, that street vendor has no shame, daring to kiss a man publicly on the street. Truly disgusting. She immediately called Yanwoo, let's go. Yanwoo was confused. Ah, okay. Yanwoo thought to herself, the expression on the young lady's face is quite strange. In the car, Yanwoo was driving while observing Xianying's expression. Clearly, after eating cold ice cream, why was her face so red? Indeed, Xianying's face was flushed like a tomato, shining with evident jealousy. On the other side, Kim Taehyung was out with his roommates at another bar. He drank countless cans of beer, but his face remained completely sober. In the past, he couldn't handle 5 bottles of beer, but now, thanks to his level 14 physique, he felt nothing at all. His body was truly strong, even enhancing his alcohol metabolism. Meanwhile, his 3 friends were completely drunk. The 4 of them staggered to their feet. Let's go! The dorm is about to close. We'll go back and keep drinking. Seeing that all 3 were totally wasted, Kim Taehyung took the initiative to pay. Let me pay today. I'll also buy some hangover tea for you guys. But all 3 were too drunk to hear what he said, mumbling instead. Buy what tea? Hurry and get some wine. Kim Taehyung felt helpless and walked alone to the convenience store. On the way, he saw 3 supercars driving toward a tall building ahead, a bar that was having a special promotion. Everyone rushed into the bar. A group of girls passed by, saw the promotion, and asked the server, free drinks? We won't leave until we're drunk tonight. May I ask if we qualify? The server quickly replied, sorry, you are very beautiful, but you've had to reach the high beauty standard to get a free drink. However, if you enter and spend money, I can give you a 10% discount. The girls were taken aback. At that moment, a luxurious and elegant girl approached with an extremely arrogant expression, demanding, please make way. The girl with the haughty expression handed the staff her body to stamp. The staff happily welcomed the guest. A stamp appeared on the girl's shoulder. Several men from a distance saw this girl and revealed a greedy look. This bar is trustworthy. With such strict evaluation criteria, I can't imagine how many beautiful girls there are. Let's go, let's go. There will be an interesting encounter tonight. Taehyung, excited by the sight of those men rushing into the bar, followed them. They really know how to party. Suddenly, his phone rang with a message notification. He opened it to see a message from someone named Hi. Hello, Boss Kim, it's Hi. Do you remember me? He had some impression of this person. It seemed to be a lady from a noble group, working in a wine chain, with quite an open personality. People called her Hi. He replied, what's going on? Ha ha ha, my new bar just opened. It's super lively and fun, called Illusion of Everyday Life. Boss Kim, if you have time, stop by. I'll send you a VIP card for the bar, a little token of my appreciation. Hope you accept it. This is a powerful black VIP card with a dynamic barcode on it. Just present this card and any spending under $50,000 won't require payment. He thanked. Thanks a lot, hi. I joyfully responded. No. If Boss Kim visits my little bar, I can brag about it to the group for a whole year. He entered the bar, and what a coincidence. Then let's go in and check it out. As soon as he stepped inside, the atmosphere was already incredibly vibrant and bustling. A man raised a bottle of wine high and shouted, "Who wants a drink?" People quickly clamored below. I do. The man poured wine into the mouth of a beautiful girl. Another girl beside her also leaned in to catch it. He enjoyed the atmosphere. No wonder everyone liked going to the bar for fun. Above, confetti was thrown, making the girls excited, while some girls at a nearby table who didn't like to dance watched. Everyone was happy, but several men who came here to hunt were scheming to definitely get that girl's WeChat number. I like that girl with the ponytail. He heard this, turned around, and realized two familiar figures. It turned out to be Jisoo and Minjun. He was surprised. Kim Han Jisoo and Do Minjun. He saw Jisoo and Minjun also present in this bar, feeling helpless and asking himself, why are these two here? However, the appearance of the two was truly unmatched, chosen by the system. They were the two most handsome people in this bar. By the way, today Minjun felt a bit unusual. A man approached wanting to get acquainted, but Minjun coldly rejected him. Sorry, I want to drink alone. The man persistently called out, a lonely beauty must feel so lonely drinking alone. Come play with me. Minjun felt uncomfortable inside. In order to make Kim Taehyung like me, I have trained myself to behave like a lady and avoid doing anything if possible. I never expected that I couldn't drive away these annoying flies. Suddenly, Minjun turned to look at the man with a gloomy expression as if ready to eat him. If you don't leave, I fear I will have no choice but to make you suffer. The man saw Minjun's fierce attitude, along with his blunt yet cute words, which only made him more interested. Oh, really? Then let's find another place. I promise I won't fight back. Minjun felt increasingly irritated. Jisoo was being approached by another man when she suddenly spotted Taehyung and called out loudly, Kim Taehyung. Both Jisoo and Minjun rushed towards him at the same time. Kim Taehyung, why are you here? Jisoo ran up, wanting to hug him tightly, continuously calling out, Kim Taehyung, hug me. But he frightened quickly distanced himself from Jisoo and said, you should leave promptly. Over here, Minjun grabbed his arm, but he did not pull away, making Minjun feel even more arrogant. Kim and Jisoo, how you figured out your place yet? Jisoo, provoked, shouted angrily, shut up. He then looked at Minjun and asked with concern, why are you drinking here alone? Minjun replied honestly, I'm here to work. Hearing her say she was working in a bar, he questioned, working as a waitress? Minjun laughed cheerfully at his remark, explaining clearly, how could it be that? It's just a warm-up. Nightclubs invite some beautiful girls as guests to attract male customers and spend money. I don't have to do anything here. I just need to stay for 2 hours to earn $1,000. Taehyung felt dissatisfied after hearing that. It turned out all the beautiful women in the nightclub had been invited. Taking the opportunity while he wasn't paying attention, Jisoo rushed to cling tightly to his arm. Kim Taehyung, don't believe her. The cover charge is determined by appearance and mine is $1,000 while hers, I think it's only worth $250. Jisoo's words made Minjun so angry that she trembled. He felt exhausted as these two women continued to bicker and compete for his attention. Here we go again, these two are fighting each other again. With Minjun's personality, all it took was for her to be provoked as she would lash out without caring about her surroundings. He looked over at Minjun and suddenly saw her become gentle, unlike what he had thought. She spoke to him in a playful tone. Taehyung, all right, can I buy you a drink? Both of them were left speechless at Minjun's reaction. What happened to her today? The two men who were previously pursuing Jisoo and Minjun, upon seeing the two arguing loudly for Taehyung's attention, were very angry. Dan, how come those two beauties are with that guy? At this moment, the bar opened its doors to welcome three men. These men were also somewhat famous in the city. The leader stepped in and remarked, this nightclub looks nice. I suddenly find it somewhat different. He tossed a wad of cash to the waiter and requested, get us a VIP table. The waiter cheerfully accepted the money. Thank you for your generosity, sir. The waiter invited the three men to the most VIP table in the bar. Welcome, sir. Our highest grade VIP table in this nightclub is being sold at a great price. At this moment, his two underlings stepped up to cause trouble. Our boss is the owner of Night Company from Aldu. Do you think we don't have money? The two henchmen started bullying the waiter. Be careful with what you say. The waiter immediately bowed and apologized to the leader. I'm sorry, Mr. Nye. He began to act arrogantly. All right, he continued. First, give me even the most expensive bottles of wine here. Upon hearing this, the waiter immediately complied. Yes, Mr. Nye. At this moment, several waitresses brought the wine up, looking incredibly luxurious. The bottles were piled high on the table. The man looked down arrogantly at everyone. The girls dancing from afar noticed the grand scene and turned their gaze toward it. Nei's younger brother looked at him and said softly with an excited expression, "This nightclub is really great. There are indeed many beautiful women." Nye, feeling proud, responded, "Ha! Just look at their eager expressions. They are all offered to me on a platter, just by waving a few $1,000s. It's so boring." Suddenly, Nye noticed Jisoo and Minjun chatting with Taehyung, seemingly uninterested in him. He was intrigued and said, "Those two look really interesting. Those girls are very beautiful, and they are the only ones in the audience not interested in these 8 expensive bottles of wine." His younger brother complimented him. "You have a keen eye, Nye." He took a bottle of wine and 3 glasses to Taehyung's table to grab Jisoo and Minjun's attention. "Excuse me, beautiful ladies. I was drinking in the VIP area and playing games with friends, but I lost. I was punished by having to invite a beautiful girl to drink a glass of champagne. I wonder if you could give me the honor?" These 2 younger brothers were excited. Nye is truly a master. He found the perfect reason to invite a beauty out for drinks. He even revealed he's in the most expensive area and drinking the finest champagne. Which girl could refuse that? Nye was also thrilled, and after finishing his champagne, he said, "Of course, we should invite them for a drink at Bar X. That would be great." Suddenly, both Jisoo and Minjun said in unison, "Get lost." Dad, being rejected by a girl for the first time, was stunned. He felt a burning desire within him, wanting to conquer both of these women. Playing with girls like this is really fun. I'm sure I will catch them tonight, and then I'll make them pay. He didn't leave, but continued to talk to both of them. Is this the first time for these beautiful ladies at the nightclub, or should I teach you how to have more fun at this bar? Minjun quickly rejected. "You want to teach me, but I don't need it." Minjun thought to himself, "While out having fun at the nightclub, you're still wiping the blackboard at school." Jisoo wondered, "Who are you?" "Don't interrupt me. I'm talking to Kim Taehyung." Jisoo thought to herself, "It's rare for me to be so close to Kim Taehyung today. I'm very happy." I still didn't give up and wanted to show off. "This champagne is very valuable. It's the most expensive one here." Taehyung, noticing this guy talking too much, coldly spoke up. "Hey, if a girl ignores you, don't bother her anymore." And I looked at Taehyung and asked, "Who are you? Do you have the right to talk to me?" He thought to himself, "Naive college girls only seeing love would show affection for a pitiful guy like this. These people have no idea of the value of the wealthy at all." Now waved his money and called for service, demanding, "Get the manager out here." He thought, as long as the beautiful person sees the gap between reality, they will surely admire me greatly. At that moment, the manager came out and bowed before Nye. "Hello, sir. I am the manager. May I ask how I can assist you?" Nye held up a gold bank card proudly. "I am offering $1 million. Tonight, I will pay for everyone's drinks." The people around him gasped. "What? Is that true or false? Am I hearing this incorrectly? That is indeed a gold dragon card, a card that one cannot obtain without depositing hundreds of millions." The manager extended his hand happily. "You are quite generous. Thank you, sir. I will help you swipe the card right now." Stunningly, Nye put forward a condition. "But the condition is, get this guy out of here immediately." As he spoke, he pointed to Taehyung with the card. The manager happily approached Taehyung to ask him to leave the bar. "I'm sorry, sir. You heard it too. Please leave. But to make up for your loss, I can waive the charges for you this time, and I can offer you a 25% discount next time." He looked at Jisoo and Minjun with a smug expression. "This way, they will have to know my power." Suddenly, both took a deep breath and couldn't help but burst into laughter. "Ha ha ha! It's so funny to pretend to be a big shot in front of Kim Taehyung." Jisoo agreed. "That's right. It's really funny. I advise you to accept it as soon as possible, or it will be too late." Nye felt irritated seeing the 2 girls mocking him without realizing it. His 2 underlings saw the 3 of them giggling at their leader and angrily shouted, "Hey, what are you laughing at? Pay attention to your attitude. Do you know who Ni is? Ni is the eldest son of the Nye family from the City of Demons. The GT racetrack in Langzhen district of the City of Demons belongs to him. The GT racing car is just a toy in his hands." Nye set the drink down on the table and reminded his 2 underlings, "All right, you 2, don't scare the other girls. The lady is right. Using money to pressure others is not gentlemanly. Since this is a bar, let's compare our drinking abilities. It's also a good way for the ladies present to see what a real man is like." Everyone immediately cheered enthusiastically upon hearing that. "Awesome. There's something fun to watch now. Can we drink together? Let's see who can drink like a man." The two girls were angry when that guy made such a suggestion. You want to drink with Kim Taehyung? You are trying to bully the three of us. And I didn't give up and proposed a drinking rule. Since the beautiful one thought it was unfair to have too many people among us, let's do it this way. The three of us and three others will drink one glass together, okay? The rule is that whenever you drink, the other person has to drink the same amount. Whoever doesn't drink first will lose. If you win, you don't have to go outside. I will go out, and you probably have never seen such a high-class world. Just grab your backpack and go out. The world won't always be stuck in this well and know nothing. These three were quite pleased. Some university students can't imagine how much we can drink. We've been at the bar for a long time, and we even got a whole bottle of foreign wine poured for us, yet we are not drunk at all. Just give them a little shock from society. After getting this poor female student drunk, I can take the two beautiful girls back to the hotel and play the game of one king and two queens. Everyone cheers for Taehyung. University students should accept the challenge or go outside. It's fine if we lose. We can drink premium foreign wine until we're drunk. I'm so jealous. Minju thinks about wanting to make a good impression on Taehyung. But if I can help Kim Taehyung drink, his impression of me will be better. She immediately speaks up to stop Taehyung. Kim Taehyung, you don't need to drink anymore. I will drink it all myself. Jisoo like Minju and thinks this is a good opportunity to build a good relationship with Kim Taehyung. Ha, let me do it. It's just a few bottles of wine. Nai hears this and is pleased. Oh, so the beautiful ladies are ready to have a drinking contest with us to protect the weak? That's not very moving. Minjun feels annoyed. After this match, let's see if you dare to speak ill of Taehyung again. Jisoo also chimes in. As it happens, I'm going to drink with my brother tonight, but I'm still not feeling happy. There's free alcohol right now. It would be a waste not to drink. Taehyung makes another proposal, but I need to bet something more. Nai, if you lose, you have to lie on the ground and roll out of this door. These three are very confident. How could we lose? No problem. At this moment, the waitresses bring a bunch of alcohol. Expensive foreign bottles are placed on the table, surprising everyone. Chateau Lafayette 1865, isn't it priced at nearly $5,000 a bottle? Macallan 1926 fine and rare. Henry Torsier XO Cognac. I can't count them all. Is it necessary to use such high-end wine when drinking? Poverty has limited my imagination. Nai is really handsome. Nai was extremely pleased to be praised by everyone. Then, 6 people sat facing each other in 2 groups. Minjun, excited, wanted to drink first. Kim Taehyung, let me drink with them until death. Taehyung advised Minjun, it's okay, don't try too hard. The liquor was poured into the glasses, and then these 3 immediately drank it all in one go. Everyone saw this and praised. Wonderful. Brother Nee, cognac at 40 degrees, 1 sip is gone. I consider myself quite a good drinker, but with a glass this big, I can only drink 2 glasses. He is so wealthy and can drink. He is very handsome. Taehyung, unconcerned, took the entire bottle and chugged it down. The onlookers were in awe at Taehyung's drinking performance. If I hadn't seen it myself, I couldn't believe someone could chug an entire bottle of cognac. These 3 quickly grabbed 3 bottles of liquor and drank. How thrilling. Who said we couldn't finish the bottle? I took sips, sip by sip. Then he set the bottle down, feeling quite smug. So how about that? How we finished 3 bottles now? At that moment, everyone noticed something. Brother Nat, while you were drinking, that student finished 3 bottles on his own. That truly is impressive. These 3 people could not have guessed. How is it possible? Is he that strong? Minjun and Jisoo, after taking a sip, felt a bit tipsy. Taehyung teased the 3 of them. Do you want to continue? They looked at him with an excited expression. Come on, I'm not afraid of you. Then another round of drinks was finished. The 2 underlings whispered to their boss. Brother and I have almost died after drinking 2 bottles. That student is a monster, isn't he? He's had 6 bottles and hasn't changed his expression. Nai was worried at this moment. Shit, even if he is a monster, tonight I will outdrink him. If he can drink, how can the 3 of us not be able to drink? The people present understood. I know what to do now. At this moment, the 2 underlings started flattering Nai. Brother Nai, we all know you can finish that poor guy off by yourself, but there's no need to be too serious with him. That's right, your eyes don't look good when you're drunk. It would be really embarrassing if you enter the wrong password 3 times. After settling the drinks, everyone immediately volunteered. That's right, Boss Knight cannot lose. If Boss Knight loses, then who will pay? I will also drink 2 cups and fill them up. Let me help you drink one, Nai. Minjun was angry. What do you mean? Are you trying to deceive us? The 3 guys pointed at the 3 people. College students, you are college students, and you don't understand this. The principle of the drinking game is you can ask a knight to drink, but the knight has to drink double the amount. So if our knight drinks 2 glasses, you will drink 1 glass. That's right. Moreover, you can ask the knights to help you. Hearing this, Taehyung calmly accepted. Alright, it's up to you. Minjun next to him was worried for Taehyung. Drink up, fill a large cup with vodka. Then I will drink 2 more glasses of vodka. 4 people will share exactly 4 cups. Seeing a large glass of vodka, these guys were shocked. I can't believe it. 1 liter of vodka. After that, all 4 sat holding a large cup of vodka, each drinking with tears. I'm about to go crazy. He forcefully drank the first glass, then drank the second glass. Seeing him drink so much made Jisoo and Minjun worry for him. Those witnessing this scene were amazed. Is he even human? That's a whole liter of vodka. Why does he keep drinking and not get drunk? 2 henchmen had collapsed, no longer drinking. Now I saw 4 people, each with a 1-liter cup, who could not hold on any longer and were extremely panicked. Taehyung raised high 2 empty 2-liter vodka glasses for everyone to admire. Brother Nai, your might is not strong enough. Your people could only drink 3 out of 4 cups. Just drink the remaining part of this cup. People shouted at Taehyung. Just admit defeat. If you keep drinking, be careful, I might drink you under the table. Don't be shameless just for a few coins. You were so arrogant earlier. Can't you drink 2 more glasses? Hurry up. Do you even know how to be a person? Minjun was angry that the winner was Taehyung, yet everyone was criticizing him. Are you all making a fuss? If you have the guts, come drink a glass. Nai had lost, but still relied on everyone to act arrogantly. Did you see that? Everyone hopes you will lose. If you keep drinking, dying from drunkenness is a small matter. But the most important thing is to stop everyone from drinking for free. He casually asked Nai, are you done drinking? The winner has not yet been decided. Nai can no longer bear it. Damn, is this kid even human anymore? This is 50-degree vodka. If I drink 1 more bottle, I'll definitely die. If I lose to a poor guy, where should I put my face? He then stood up and shouted to the people outside. Is anyone else out there? Who will be my knight? Anyone else? The people who were so confident earlier were now silent, afraid to participate. Now I was furious to see them like this. Shit, what a bunch of trash. He offered his car worth several $100,000 to everyone for a trade. Whoever can help me finish this poor guy's drink, I'll give them my supercar. What I say is what I do. At that moment, everyone became agitated. What kind of car is GT Isabeth? You don't even know. A high-end luxury car, GT racing level, worth almost $1 million. Shit, this is a scam. I have to win all my money. If there's a luxury car, I want to try it too. Hearing this, Taehyung became extremely angry and added a condition. You can't pretend to right. I allow you to use money to buy support from the outside, but I also want to raise my stakes. If you lose, leave the car and you have to go out. Do you dare? Nai slammed his hand on the table, grinning triumphantly. Why do you want to take my car? I have enough money to buy your life. But today I just want to see you drink yourself to death. I'll take this bet. At that moment, 3 large men accepted the challenge for the expensive car. Nay, let me help you drink. Nay agreed comfortably. Great, you can have another bottle and pass out, so it's up to you. The 3 men had not yet drunk, but stood in front of Taehyung, arrogantly challenging him. Boy, you're dead. Each of us can drink 2 bottles of vodka. But after a while, the 3 men were defeated by Taehyung. Seeing Taehyung's great drinking ability, Minjun and Jisoo liked him even more. Nai became angry because he couldn't easily defeat Taehyung. How is this possible? He has drunk so much, why isn't he passed out? Taehyung calmly spoke up. Nai, is there any outside help? You still owe me a bottle of vodka, drink up. If you don't drink, you'll have to give up, leave the car keys, and go outside. As he spoke, Taehyung crossed his arms smugly. The 2 girls sitting beside him clung tightly to him. The faces of the 2 girls looked at him mockingly, making him embarrassed, pulling down his pants and holding his head, unable to believe. How can I lose? Absolutely not. Unable to defeat Taehyung, he recklessly grabbed a bottle of liquor and rushed towards Taehyung. Go to hell. But Minjun reacted quickly, smashing the bottle directly onto the temple of the cheating scumbag. Who gave you the right to touch him? Seeing this scene left everyone gaping and wide-eyed in shock. Minjun peeled off the outer dress to reveal his casual outfit, looking down at the shameless man, finally feeling more comfortable. It's so annoying to pretend to be a lady all night. Saying that, Minjun sat on him and continuously punched his face. This is for your face. This is for your teeth. You came into my territory and acted arrogantly. Let's see if I can kill you. A girl stepped in to stop him. Stop it. Hitting people is not allowed. Taehyung happily let Minjun vent his anger. Go ahead and hit it and I'll pay his medical bills. With Taehyung's approval, Minjun hit him even harder, causing him pain as he hurriedly called for help. Shit, wait. I'll have my brother take care of this. On the other end of the line, his brother refused to help him. Hey, Nai, it's not that we don't want to go to that bar, but we can't right now. He was bewildered. In front of the hotel, Minjun's henchmen had blocked the entrance, preventing Ni's reinforcements from coming in. My older sister is in a good mood today. To save face for me, please do not enter. You are bothering my sister. The person outside shouted into Ni's location. Ni, you heard it too. The ones blocking the door are the biggest gang in our area. I can't defeat a local gangster. Then why don't you back down tonight? Ni had been trampled by Minjun like this, but still refused. What nonsense are you talking about? Why should I back down? Ah, you should stop right there. After venting his anger, Taehyung told Minjun to stop. All right, stop. Minjun happily obeyed Taehyung, lifting his foot. Ha ha, that was easy. I shouted, calling for a fight. In broad daylight, there is no law. You should call the police. At that moment, a man ran over. Ha ha ha. He raised his hands in a gesture of peace to Taehyung. Please give me some face, don't do anything. Everyone was surprised to see him. It was the great emperor. The boss was here. It was a rare sight. That poor kid is done for, one person said. Tonight, he's losing $1 million in interest. Since the supreme emperor has found him, he can't avoid being skinned alive. But Minju didn't listen and kept beating Ni. Ni reached out for help. Help me kill him. The man then slapped him hard across the face, making him lose a tooth. Ni in pain looked at the man and cursed. It hurts so much. The man leaned in close to this guy and whispered, Stop talking nonsense. I'm here to save you. Brother Ni, why are you drinking so much? Drinking makes everything worse. Why don't you quickly apologize to Mr. Kim? Then he rushed over to plead, Mr. Kim, Mr. Kim, Mr. Kim. My friend here is quite foolish tonight. He has drunk too much and offended you. Let him get hit a few more times, and I will hit him hard again. Everyone was shocked. Mr. Kim. In his mind, he kept wondering, is this college student really the legendary wealthy CEO? I've heard that CEO Kim is so rich he could crush a small nation like those of some developing countries and even change the ownership of a 4-star group. Anyone with a bit of fame is proud to have a connection with Mr. Kim because just one word from him could easily bankrupt anyone. I never expected that I came here to meet Mr. Kim through high. I didn't expect to anger him. As he thought of this, he slapped himself and mumbled, Mr. Kim, it is my fault for not knowing my limits. I drank too much. It's all my fault. I greatly admire you. Please generously forgive me. Don't hold it against this petty person. Please let it go for me. Kim Taehyung listened in silence, uttering just one word, ha. Seeing that he seemed a bit unhappy, the man rushed over, hugging his legs and pleading desperately. Mr. Kim, I'm sorry. Besides the GT racing car that I lost in the bet, I will also give you my entire racetrack. While it may not be the most prestigious racetrack in the country, it is still worth $1 billion. Please give me a chance to keep it. If you don't accept, I won't let go. The man in the yellow suit added, Mr. Kim, I can see that the young master Nai is truly regretful. Why don't you give him a chance? However, before he could finish his sentence, Kim Taehyung interrupted. All right, since young master Nai is sincere, I will give face to hide this once. But from now on, don't flaunt your wealth everywhere, understand? Nai, hearing this, immediately replied joyfully, yes, I understand now. Thank you, Mr. Kim. Thank you, Mr. Kim. Then he thought to himself, giving this racetrack to Mr. Kim, I also consider it a connection with him. This is a good thing. But before he could finish his thoughts, Kim Taehyung called out, Minjun, I don't need this racetrack and racing car. If you're interested, I'll give it to you. Leaving him astonished and speechless, unable to believe it. Minjun was extremely happy to praise. Kim Taehyung is so handsome. At this moment, the system also announced, Minjun's favorite level has increased by 2%. Her current favorite level is 89%. Seeing this scene, Chisu, who was standing next to her, was also very angry and thought to herself, why does she deserve that? Meanwhile, Na was so angry that her whole body was shaking, her mouth kept murmuring, My racing field. Seeing this, Kim Taehyung darkened his face and asked, What's wrong with you? This made him break out in a sweat and stammer. And no, it's nothing. The racing field is a gift for Mr. Kim and a gift for your woman as well. Ha ha ha. I won't disturb Mr. Kim any longer. I'm leaving now, right now. As he spoke, he rolled out just like a ball, making everyone who witnessed it break out in a sweat and stammer. Oh my God, how could this happen? The man in yellow, seeing that everything was fine, smiled cheerfully and called out to Mr. Kim. I'm truly sorry for what happened. Tonight, I'll pay for everything. Hearing this, everyone eagerly rushed over, holding out their glasses, their mouths constantly mumbling. Mr. Kim, I've admired your reputation for a long time. Mr. Kim, how self-punished with 3 drinks, feel free. Mr. Kim, could you sign for me? Seeing this, Minjun immediately stepped forward and shouted, Hey, don't you guys know how much alcohol Kim Taehyung just drank? Why are you still inviting him to drink more? Kim Taehyung noticed someone was stepping in for him and quickly walked over, sitting down on a light purple sofa. He then pretended to blush and thought, even though my body can process alcohol quickly, drinking so much strong liquor still makes me a bit dizzy. But before he could finish his thought, the lights in the room suddenly went out. A sweet voice rang out. Next is the part of the neon party that everyone has been looking forward to. Show off your neon makeup and let's dance. As soon as the DJ finished her sentence, a neon light board was turned on. The logos on everyone's shoulders began to glow as well. Following that, two female dancers appeared, swaying to the music with neon accessories on their bodies. The atmosphere was very lively until Min-jun suddenly realized something was off. He looked around and asked, "Oh, where's Kim Taehyung?" On the other side, Kim Taehyung was being hurriedly pulled by an unidentified girl. She said, "We prepared a special performance for you. Please come to the VIP room." This made him very curious, thinking to himself, that girl's voice sounds really familiar. These guys are quite understanding. As soon as she stepped into the private room, the girl quickly locked the door behind her and then called out loudly, "Mr. Kim, please sit on the sofa for now. I'll use the restroom to prepare a bit." Kim Taehyung replied, "All right." He sat on the sofa, his mind curious about what kind of performance required a private room like this. But before he could think it through, the restroom door swung open. Out walked a girl in a striking fluorescent outfit. With such revealing attire, it was easy to understand what to expect, right? This boldness made Kim Taehyung blush, his mouth stuttering. "Oh my god! Holy heavens!" It was truly exciting. Hearing this exclamation, the girl quickly approached him, placing her hand on his shoulder. With her other hand, she held a fluorescent lollipop. At this moment, she requested, "Please take this fluorescent lollipop. If I perform well, make sure you cheer for me." Upon hearing this, Kim Taehyung hurriedly took the lollipop. Following the girl's guidance, he placed the lollipop in the right position. The girl began to lift her hair, but this gesture seemed quite familiar to us. Next came a lick of the lollipop, followed by some wet and sensual moments. These ASMR sounds made Kim Taehyung blush even more, his mouth constantly praising. This experience is truly amazing. The girl thought to herself, "Is Kim Taehyung really into this? That's great. I knew it." As soon as she thought of this, she asked aloud, "Mr. Kim likes it, right? I still have a deeper and longer performance to show." But before she could finish her sentence, Kim Taehyung felt something was off and shouted, "I remember whose voice this is." Without hesitation, he quickly ran straight to the door and turned on the light. Seeing that everything had been exposed, Jisoo yelled, "Oh my goodness!" And let's pause for 5 seconds to delve deeper into this final picture. He was angry when he realized that the person was none other than Jisoo. Damn, it really is her. How unlucky. Saying that, he pulled up his pants and left Jisoo sitting there calling for him miserably. Kim Taehyung saw that Jisoo still had no shame, lying on the sofa sniffing his scent. Whoa, the smell of Kim Taehyung is still here. I love it. Favorite level increased by 0.1%. Jisoo's favorite level for Kim Taehyung is 99.8%. Suddenly, Min-jun burst through the door, ran in, and shouted, "I finally found you. What do you want to do? I secretly bringing Kim Taehyung here." Min-jun angrily looked around. Where is Kim Taehyung? Jisoo smugly provoked Min-jun. Hasn't Kim Taehyung come looking for you? Surely in his heart, you hold no position at all. Min-jun didn't care about Jisoo's provocations and responded, "Kim Taehyung risked his life to rescue me from the cult's base camp, and he also gave me a racing car and a competition venue. Isn't this considered having a significant status? What about you, an annoying person? Do you have any status? You want to compare yourself to me?" Jisoo became increasingly outrageous. Then how did you get his personal belongings? So money is insignificant, and what I received is him. Upon hearing this, Min-jun panicked. What? What did you just do with Kim Taehyung? Jisoo put on her jacket and walked out, saying, "What if I do know? You will never learn my charm." Min-jun glared at Jisoo with anger. "That damn roast chicken. Next time, I will cook with Kim Taehyung and watch you be so arrogant." A few hours earlier, a girl sped down the road on her motorcycle and suddenly her phone rang, capturing her attention. She then hit the brakes. As soon as the girl answered, she cheerfully greeted her mother. "Mom!" Her mother, on the other end, angrily scolded, "Do you even remember that I'm your mother? How many days has it been since you last called me?" The girl awkwardly replied, "Ha, I had to go on a business trip, so I've been a bit busy." Upon hearing this, her mother became even more irritated. "Busy? Busy all day, and yet I haven't seen you make much money." The girl quickly made amends with her mother. "Mom, don't be angry. I bought you some clothes." Her mother had never known that her daughter's real profession was a police officer. After all, she often worked undercover and faced many extremely vicious criminals. If she knew, she would certainly force her to resign immediately. Her mother started lecturing her. Earning money, getting married, and having children are the 3 major tasks in life. I know I can't rely on you, so I went to see a real fairy and asked for a charm to save you, a peach blossom prayer necklace. As long as you wear this necklace 24 hours a day, I guarantee you will have a good boyfriend within a month, get married, and have children, completing all three important tasks in life at once. She was not interested in all that, only fixated on one detail. How much is the necklace? Her mother quickly replied nonchalantly, very cheap, only $200,000. Upon hearing this, the girl was taken aback, unable to believe her ears. 200,000? Her mother was holding the necklace in her hand, looking displeased. Why are you shouting like that? It's $200,000 expensive. If $200,000 can buy your future and happiness, then that's truly a bargain. The girl questioned, what is the name of that real fairy? Where does he come from? Her mother immediately asked for the necklace back and demanded the $200,000 refunded, or else she would call the police. Suddenly, her mother almost shouted angrily, all right, I have raised you to the point where you have become a white-eyed wolf. For you, I have knelt down and begged through all kinds of hardships just to get this necklace. You really slandered that person as a liar and even wanted to call the police. Do you want to drive me crazy? The girl then calmly pleaded with her mother, Mom, please don't be angry. Suddenly, it became noisy around them, as someone was about to jump into the river. The girl turned to look and saw another girl standing on the edge of the bridge, shouting, Don't come here, my life is hopeless. People around urged her, Sister, why do you think so negatively? You are still young, there are better days ahead. Think about your family. They would be so sad if you committed suicide. Suddenly, the girl thought about her family, but then she didn't care and let herself go, falling down below. People around screamed in panic, No. Suddenly, from somewhere, another girl appeared and grabbed the girl who wanted to commit suicide tightly. Everyone witnessing this was very surprised. The girl saved that little sister from death and then took care of her. If you have any difficulties, please tell your sister okay. The little sister painfully recounted her suffering to the girl. I come from Hahi City. At first, we were a family of 4. Although we weren't very wealthy, we're considered a happy family. It was just that my mother was a bit superstitious. But since my mother spent $180 to consult a fortune teller, everything has become more unusual. She said the fortune teller calculated that our family would not be able to get rich because my father committed too many sins in his past life. Upon hearing this, the girl realized the name of that fortune teller, Huang Zhenxian. The little sister continued, I thought that it was the real immortal who caused my mother to become like this, so I followed her to meet that real immortal. But when he returned, he became crazy and foolish. My mother said that this incident was temporarily due to the real immortal erasing my brother's karma. After my mother handed over all of our family's assets to that fortune teller, he only taught her one phrase, die to live. I never expected that when I came home from school, I would see my family like this. Because there were no witnesses or evidence, the Hahi City Police could not initiate a case. I wanted to ask, but found out that the fortune teller had disappeared. In the end, I learned from the brainwashed guests of the fortune teller that he had gone to Yanjiang City. I chased after him, but the fortune teller lived in a luxurious villa and had many disciples. I couldn't see him. I really have no other choice. No one can help me. No one believes what I say. I'd rather die and forget. While speaking, the younger sister hugged her face and cried softly. Suddenly, the girl revealed her identity. I am a police officer. The younger sister was startled to hear that. The girl confidently patted her chest. Trust me, I promise to help you get justice. Let that fortune teller face justice. Saying that, she took out her phone and called her mother. Hi, Mom. I've thought it through. I want to see a fortune teller to ask about my career. Can you take me to see him? That very evening, her mother took her to the fortune teller's house. As soon as she arrived and looked at the luxurious villa, she couldn't believe it. A fortune teller can be this wealthy. Her mother, mesmerized by the house, spoke with admiration. He has traveled everywhere and helped people. How can he be stable in life? This villa belongs to a big boss in this city who currently allows the fortune teller to stay here for free. The fortune teller is truly amazing. She noticed her mother was speaking very differently than usual, so she felt a bit worried. I feel like my mom is a little different today. The door of the villa swung wide open as the mother and child entered. Inside, there were many people and a display of antiques. Everyone was intently observing the antique items. She was very surprised to see so many people. Are there really this many people here to seek out bad luck from Huang Zhenxian? At that moment, she had her camera and recorder ready, holding her phone loosely in her hand, but in reality, she was trying to record quietly. If there were any illegal actions, it could be used as evidence. At this time, the fortune teller stepped out and someone announced, "Thank you to the patrons for waiting. Master Huang Zhenxian has finished his meditation." As soon as they saw Huang Zhenxian, everyone rushed over. "Oh my god, I finally met a real immortal. I've heard he has read fortunes for many top stars and big shots, helping them avoid disasters. Someone so extraordinary is willing to read fortunes for ordinary people like us. I'm truly overwhelmed. This is a real fairy. At that moment, a man knelt before Huang Zhengxian, pleading, "Foreigner, please give me a talisman to save my life. I have a big business deal that I want to win at all costs, but the competition is fierce. Is there any magical weapon that can help me defeat my rivals? I am willing to pay any price." She stood in the crowd observing, wondering which sect this master belonged to that could provide people with weapons and the magic of evil cults. The other customers did not change their expressions upon hearing this request. Huang Zhengxian appeared troubled. "You should know that whether you can summon a divine weapon or not depends on your affinity and whether you have enough merits. If the merits are insufficient, then we should spend money to accumulate merits." Upon hearing this, the man kneeling quickly agreed, "No problem, I can pay any amount." At this moment, another man holding a pair of scissors spoke up, "Forerunner, this is the golden scissors, the magical weapon that I asked you to summon last week. You said that the golden scissors could cut off the rotten peach blossoms of my lover so that no other man would disturb her. Well, why is it ineffective? I still see her getting into another man's car." Suddenly, Huang Zhengxian sighed and reminded the other man, "I said that the effectiveness of the golden scissors is related to wealth. Have you forgotten how much money you spent to buy the golden scissors?" Hearing this, the man understood and said, "So that's how it is. I blamed the Forerunner wrongly. However, the female tiger in my home is very concerned about money, and I don't think I can do anything to resolve the wealth. What should I do?" After listening to the man's story about the golden scissors, she felt helpless. This man had a wife and was asking for a divine weapon to cut off the love for the woman he was infatuated with. Huang Zhengxian rubbed the two golden rings in his hands and said, "Resolving wealth and accumulating virtue is a great achievement. If you are not serious about resolving wealth and accumulating virtue, it means your wife is haunted by karma. The karma can be heavy or light, but the obstacles must be removed." Huang Zhengxian pretended to be solemn and spoke to everyone around. "If you have family members haunted by karma, bring them here. I will eliminate their karma for free and will never charge a penny." Hearing him say this, the crowd cheered for Huang Zhengxian, believing him to be the reincarnation of a living bodhisattva. "I only said that my wife's karma is too heavy because the family must bring it to the Forerunner to eliminate the obstacles." She thought of the scene where her brother planned to jump from the building to commit suicide and realized that this so-called immortal was actually a dangerous criminal who must be apprehended. However, we still have not obtained any useful evidence. We must continue to wait. Suddenly behind her, a hand reached out, but she reacted in time and dodged it. "What are you doing?" Another person surrounded her and said loudly, "You have good skills, sneaking into the Forerunner's villa and secretly taking photos with your mobile phone. Do you think we can't find it? Who are you?" At this moment, the people around turned to stare at her. Her mother was angry that she had done this again and scolded her. "Songtak, why are you doing this? Why is your attitude changing so quickly? It turns out you want to cause trouble for the fortune teller. This is unacceptable. Kneel down and apologize to the Forerunner." At this moment, she broke free from the two men's grasp. She couldn't be caught. Although she was confident that she could defeat these apprentices, she still had no evidence. She could only run away. An apprentice yelled loudly at the two guards, "Don't let her go. Quickly close the door." The door had closed tightly before she could escape, but she used her agility to soar out of the gate. Just as she got outside and landed, she saw a man passing by, startling her. She landed directly on the man's face, then quickly stood up and apologized. I'm sorry, are you okay?" Kim Taehyung lay on the ground, his face in pain. Until early morning, he had bought water and was on his way back to the dorm. Finally, after escaping from Kim Hae-jiso, he wanted to take a shortcut back to school when he was attacked by a wall climber. At this moment, she realized who he was. He was also very surprised. "Why is it you?" He picked up water and put it in the bag. "Why did you climb the wall? Are you changing your job again?" Sontak worriedly reminded Taehyung, "It's okay. Hurry up and get out of here." Sontak did not understand why he had met him. Every time they met, it was during a secret mission. Suddenly, a voice called out, "Female layperson." Sontak is surrounded by Huang Zhengxian's people. "Why are you running? Your mother is worried about you." Taehyung gave a forced smile. "What is this? A Taoist? Why is Taoism here?" Sontak explained the situation to Taehyung. "This is a gang of scammers specializing in swindling money from people. Those customers trust him a lot." At this moment, he activated his observation skill and saw that everyone had been hypnotized using telepathy. Some people had already been affected. This is a type of evil technique used including psychological suggestion, hypnosis, and drugs to control the human brain. Fortunately, I have the system's eyes. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to assess whether a person was affected by telepathy just from superficial observation. Huang Zhenxian ordered his two apprentices, "Go invite the female layperson over." At this moment, Taehyung stood up to stretch his arms and legs. "I will do it. This kind of person cannot communicate normally." Suddenly, someone was observing from above. A stunningly beautiful woman stood on a tree, affirming her thoughts. Indeed, the calculation is accurate. The villa in the southwest position may have the loophole of Huang Zhenxian. The girl noticed Taehyung and Sung-tak. It seemed that this couple was the key. She finally spotted Huang Zhenxian. Recalling the shameless acts that person committed, she thought. Huang Zhenxian initially pretended to be loyal, claiming to be an outer disciple at my mountain gate for several years. I didn't even pay attention to him. Unexpectedly, he took advantage of my absence to steal 3 divine weapons, committing crimes everywhere. Now I must retrieve the divine weapons and return to the mountains. It's just that he has hired many bodyguards. At this moment, the 2 apprentices rushed to attack Taehyung, but he deftly evaded them. Watching him easily dodge the 2 apprentices made the mysterious girl devise a plan. As long as I can make good use of this person, breaking the stalemate, I can recover all the divine weapons. Taehyung swiftly defeated the 2 apprentices, making them retreat. Huang Zhenxian and a group of people arrived, asking him to resolve the issue. Witnessing this scene, they were astonished. Sung-tak was also surprised by Taehyung's strength and abilities. How powerful! He only used his finger to poke the necks of those 2, and it knocked them down. Huang Zhenxian ordered the other apprentices, "Disciples, did you see those 2 were possessed and very dangerous? To prevent them from going out and harming others, we must take them down. I am willing to sacrifice my cultivation to drive away the evil spirits for them." As soon as he finished speaking, 2 apprentices stepped forward, wielding knives in their hands. On those small knives, there was even poison. Sung-tak's mother became frantic. "Sung-tak, don't provoke me. Where did this little monster come from? Lucky that the Forerunner is compassionate. Come here immediately." Can you hear what I'm saying? The people around also voiced their support. "Huang Zhenxian, I'm here to help too." That's right, if you accumulate virtue, you can request a magical tool. I will help you. Seeing that chaotic group rushing up caused Sung-tak to panic, and she revealed her true profession. "What do you want?" "Actually, I am a police officer. I warn you, kidnapping is illegal. The manhwa's penalty is imprisonment for no less than 5 years, but not more than 15, if you intentionally cause harm to someone." Taehyung praised Sung-tak's reaction. Quick response. In a normal situation, pretending to be a police officer might scare some timid individuals, but it won't work on them. "Maybe you should run ahead. I'll hold them off." Sung-tak replied in confusion. "What are you pretending for? I can't leave. My mother, she." Sung-tak's mother had caught her and didn't forget to call out to her accomplices. "Damn, I've caught my daughter." Sung-tak called out to her mother in annoyance. At that moment, an apprentice rushed to attack Sung-tak with a poisoned knife in hand. But suddenly, a chant echoed. "Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you've got to do is just meet me at the..." Hearing his chant, the apprentice paused. The chants echoed, causing Huang Zhenxian to be very confused. A voice called out, "Little brother, your level is still lower than mine, quite foolish too. If a little ghost possesses you, unexpectedly," the one chanting was Kim Taehyung. Everyone was in a panic. "Little brother?" The mysterious girl was quite surprised to hear him addressed like that. "Little brother?" Huang Zhenxian was angry and ordered everyone to pretend to be experts. "Quickly take him down." He calmly walked over, not forgetting to mock. "Ha ha, why are you so worried? You'll find out soon enough after I prove it." Taehyung activated his skill in traditional Chinese medicine, listening and inquiring. Then he approached and took Sung-tak's mother's hand to diagnose her. "Auntie, if you punish the bone marrow, the balance of yin and yang in your body will be disrupted. The kidney energy is weak and cold yin has condensed. That's why everything is not well. Your body aches and you can't sleep at night, right?" Sung-tak's mother was taken aback by him. "Ah, how do you know?" He swiftly grabbed the knife from the apprentice's hand and then advised Sung-tak's mother, "Don't worry, I'll use this to draw a diamond shape against the devil for you." At that moment, the apprentice was confused, but he quickly acupressed Sung-tak's mother and then returned the knife to the apprentice. "All done, see if your leg still hurts?" Sung-tak's mother bounced in excitement. "It really doesn't hurt anymore. I had knee pain for many years, and it's truly gone like this." "Master, you are so young yet knowledgeable about Taoism. Are you really Huang Zhenxian's senior brother?" Everyone is amazed when they see this. "What? He is also a master. There can be no mistake. His true abilities will be revealed as soon as he does these things. He can cure incurable diseases in the hospital in just one session." Sung-tak whispered in his ear. "The hospital," said my mother, "has joint cartilage injuries, which are very difficult to treat. Why did you suddenly..." Do you really know magic? Taehyung winked at Tak. How could that be? I know a little about traditional Chinese medicine. I just sealed some of her acupoints, so for a short period, she won't feel any pain. It's pointless to talk to these people about laws and science. I call this magic. Tak puffed his cheeks playfully. Okay, you tricked me. Favorite level plus 5%. Tak's favorite level, 57%. At this moment, Taehyung spoke again. This relates to the reputation of the sect. I shouldn't have said this, but now I can only speak the truth. I am from the same sect as Huang Zhenxian, but he has truly betrayed the sect, practiced dark arts, and exploited others for his own gain. This time, I came down the mountain to catch this traitor. Huang Zhenxian, upon hearing him lie, snapped back. That is truly nonsense. At this moment, some of Huang Zhenxian's followers came to question Taehyung again. Taehyung confidently spoke up. If you don't believe me, I can fight him right here. You'll know the truth after the attempt. However, I fear he may not dare to. Two people in the crowd were furious. You are talking nonsense. A true forerunner has real abilities. We have all seen it with our own eyes. How could it possibly be fake? Huang Zhenxian is an immortal who descended to the mortal realm to save all beings. How could he use wicked magic? Don't try to confuse everyone with your wicked words. Yet, there were others who supported him. Master, if you and Huang Zhenxian belong to the same sect, you would help us change our fortunes and avoid disaster. Taehyung resolutely replied, That's right. I would seek a prosperous career and a divine weapon. Huang Zhenxian was furious, but could not utter a word, only able to curse silently. This person seems to be talking nonsense, but he is right about some things. Could it be that the master has taken in another disciple? Impossible. The so-called righteous and evil magic he just mentioned is clearly the pressure point technique of traditional Chinese medicine. What a liar. Huang Zhenxian thought to himself, coincidentally, I also need to expand my reputation. This time, as long as I can defeat him and promote a bit. Wouldn't that be a huge source of income? Huang Zhenxian spoke up. Why wouldn't I dare to challenge? Just because you tarnished my reputation, I cannot easily let you go. I will compete with you in 3 rounds, and I will win 2 out of 3 rounds. If I lose, I will leave this world. If you lose, you must do whatever I ask. Are you up for it? Taehyung calmly accepted. That's a deal. The mysterious girl in the tree is confused. How dare this kid compete with Huang Zhenxian? Huang Zhenxian's tactics are very cunning. That boy will definitely lose. But this could be my opportunity. As long as Huang Zhenxian reveals a little bit of a flaw, I can take advantage to get my divine weapon back. Thus, the match between Kim Taehyung and Huang Zhenxian has begun. The first round is called Calling the Soul. Among the guests present, they randomly choose one person to call the spirit of their deceased loved one and answer some questions that only close relatives would know. Afterwards, the guests will decide if the answer is correct. The match starts with Mr. Huang Zhenxian. Upon hearing his name called, Huang Zhenxian requests a girl to perform the ritual. After a while of swirling and dancing, the space suddenly becomes eerie. The girl continuously murmurs, Grandma, oh Grandma, I love you so much, can you hear me? Zhang Xiaofang is calling you. But before Zhang Xiaofang could finish her sentence, Huang Zhenxian's eyes widened, trembling uncontrollably. After a phony knee bend, Zhang Xiaofang's grandmother directly entered Huang Zhenxian's body. She was extremely emotional at this moment, calling out loudly, Xiaofang, my good Xiaofang, why are you so thin? Upon hearing this, Zhang Xiaofang immediately confirmed, this is definitely my grandmother, because she always calls me Xiaofang. Also, I used to be very chubby, but she always thought I was thin. The crowd immediately broke into a cold sweat while Kim Taehyung remained calm, standing there observing. Seeing this, Huang Zhenxian confirmed she is indeed your grandmother. Xiaofang, you can ask her anything. Zhang Xiaofang immediately shed tears, calling out, Grandma, back then, I didn't get to see you in time. The last time I went to the hospital, you were already gone. I want to know, did you hear what I said? The grandmother in Huang Zhenxian's body smiled gently and confirmed, I heard everything. At that time, the Grim Reaper, let me hear all your words before taking me away. You said you felt very sorry for me. What I wished most was for you to get married and have children, but you didn't have time to find a partner while I was still alive. Upon hearing these words, Zhang Xiaofang rushed to embrace her grandmother and cried her heart out. The crowd couldn't hold back their tears as well. Oh my God, it's so moving. It's finally resolving the regrets in the granddaughter's heart after all these years. Huang Zhenxian is a forerunner, forever a forerunner. Observing this scene, Tak thought to himself that Huang Zhenxian definitely can't do it. It must be an act. How could she truly call forth the soul of the dead? But the current situation was unfavorable for us. Seeing that Soon-tak seemed worried, Kim Taehyung leaned close to her ear and said, "Help me do something." On this side, Jang Xiaofang was still tightly embracing her grandmother, constantly murmuring, "Grandma, do you remember what my favorite food was? I don't eat it anymore." Seeing that the situation was not good, Huang Zhenxian pretended to wipe his sweat and said, "Your grandmother has passed away." He then thought to himself, who knows what she liked to eat? It wasn't written in her diary. Investigating the personal information of each customer is a basic goal in my profession. I deliberately chose this person because she likes to write in her diary. I'm sure I'll win this round. With that thought, Huang Zhenxian stood up, pointed directly at Kim Taehyung's face and shouted, "This game needs a winner. It's your turn." Hearing this, Kim Taehyung looked at a girl and pretended to press buttons, then said loudly, "The girl with the purple hair, didn't a family member of yours pass away recently?" The girl calmly confirmed, "That's right, my father passed away last month, but you want to summon his spirit? I advise you to think carefully because he was a very terrible person. If you try to call him up, we'll definitely fight." The crowd chuckled derisively, secretly mocking, "Kim Taehyung is a fake sorcerer. He knows how to pimp people well. Why not change to someone else?" As for me, I thought he would definitely lose. I was more interested in seeing them fight to the point of tearing clothes and dropping pants. But Kim Taehyung remained steadfast, saying, "It's okay. Who knows, maybe we can resolve the grudge between the two?" Upon hearing this, the girl dug her hands into her hair, but this action seemed somewhat sinister. Then she knelt down in front of Kim Taehyung, licking her lips for a long time before requesting, "Kim Taehyung, let's get started." A Taoist monk, seeing this, immediately took out his spirit summoning flag and asked Kim Taehyung, "Please start performing quickly." But Kim Taehyung replied, "There's no need, as I called her father a long time ago, and he is here with me." Hearing this, everyone grimaced and some even exclaimed, What? What is happening?" The girl herself couldn't believe Kim Taehyung was pulling this stunt. Before anyone could react, Kim Taehyung spoke into the air. "You left something for your daughter at the Yanjiangwan Villa by the South Lotus Pond near the Star Bridge. All right, I will tell her goodbye." Next, Taehyung requested the Taoist monk, "Bring me a shovel." This made the crowd extremely uncomfortable, yelling loudly, "Wait, what are you doing? Is this how you summon spirits? Are you giving up? If so, just admit defeat. There's no need to continue the contest, quickly hold him back." Soon-tak then appeared and said, "Taoist monk, I found the shovel." She continued to signal with her eyes that everything was done. Kim Taehyung also winked back, "Well done." Then he turned to the girl and asked, "Please hand the shovel to this girl. She needs to dig it herself." The girl heard this and immediately felt annoyed, her face turning angry as she yelled, "Do you really think I'm going to believe you? Are you planning to make me take a shovel and dig in the lotus pond? Do you think I'm that stupid? You can hold the shovel and dig yourself." At this moment, Kim Taehyung remained very calm, picking his nose and then said, "If you concede, I will really accept it. However, I think your father said he left you $2 billion, right? If you don't need it, I will dig for it." Upon hearing this amount of money, the girl's eyes lit up. She quickly snatched a shovel and ran straight to the lotus pond. After watching the girl laboring in the pond for 10 minutes, a crowd gathered and whispered, "How can she have that much money? It's probably just a trick to buy time. Watch out, he's probably calculating how to escape. If she finds the money, I'll jump in and swim right there." But before anyone could finish their sentence, the girl shouted, "I found it." And she pulled up a black bag full of mud. Opening it revealed a golden bank card. Seeing this, Kim Taehyung shouted loudly, "The card swiper is already prepared here." And when he just slid the card into the slot, he received a notification. The balance on the card is $2 billion. The crowd could only gawk in astonishment. What is this? Could it be real? Am I dreaming or is he awake? The person who just vowed to jump off the bridge immediately jumped down without hesitation. Meanwhile, the girl rushed towards Kim Taehyung intending to hug him, her mouth constantly murmuring, $2 billion is real, it's true. I'm a billionaire now. I don't need to do that job anymore. Thank you, Taoist monk Kim. You are the forerunner who came to save me." But Kim Taehyung was extremely scared. "Hey, don't come here. You're all money." Right at that moment, Huang Zhenxian rushed over, quickly separating the two people and shouted loudly, "Wait a minute. Is this what you call summoning spirits? Just casually saying there's a place to dig up buried money counts as evidence? Didn't you just say your father was a terrible person? So do you really think he would leave money for you? You actually believe in such a scam." But the girl didn't care and gave him the finger. "He left $2 billion for me. He loved me the most in the world, and he is my father. What's wrong with that? Or do you want to help me summon my mother to find the $3 billion she left? Then I'll declare you the winner." Upon hearing this, the crowd fell into a difficult contemplation. How can we determine a winner here? Even though both Taoist monks summoned spirits and asked about real items, what Huang Zhenxian provided was just empty words with no tangible evidence that could be touched. On the other hand, Taoist monk Kim actually helped the girl uncover 2 billion. Such a large amount of money couldn't possibly be fake. But what if Taoist monk Kim had buried the money beforehand? Ah, what you said is somewhat true. Then you should bury one like he did in C. Oh, I don't have such a large sum, but I still believe in Huang Zhenxian. Hearing these words, Huang Zhenxian asked everyone to be quiet. If we can't determine a winner, then this match shall be considered a draw. After all, there are still 2 more rounds. A truly talented person can never be a fake, but a fake can only fool people once. Taoist monk Kim, do you agree with what I said? Kim Taehyung, hearing this, confidently confirmed exactly. Then let's call this match a draw. If you have watched this far, I am sure that you also like this video. So what are you waiting for? Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that when Adonis Recap releases a new video, you will receive a notification. If you have any opinions, feel free to comment directly below the video. Wishing you a happy and fulfilling day.